Welcome. We're so glad you're interested in studying law in Maricopa County. We have a brief overview and tutorial that'll show you how to effectively and efficiently study law right here. With me, I have these wonderful and knowledgeable colleagues who will introduce themselves now.
Hi there, my name is Leah Wan. I'm the Assistant Dean for College of Law Phoenix Initiatives based full-time here in Phoenix.
Hello, everyone. My name is Deja Sanders. I am both the success coach and location coordinator for our University of Arizona Chandler location, where you can study law. I am going to go over a brief just overview of the agenda for today's presentation. So we will kick it off with an introduction and overview of the Bachelor's of Law program, then touch on some of the internship, career, and potential continuing education opportunities for you after completing this degree. Then we'll talk about some of the opportunities for all of you transferring over from the Maricopa community colleges and what that transfer pathway looks like. And we will close out by discussing some of the coursework and financial aid opportunities.
One of the unique things about Arizona is that it's home to the nation's first and essentially only Bachelor of Arts degree in law. It's a trailblazing new degree with the College of Law and the School of Government and Public Policy. It's really the only place in the country where you can study law seriously as a college student. And so perhaps not surprisingly, it's been very popular with the students. We've gotten students in Arizona and all across the country who find, studying law, justice, and public policy really fascinating. And so with that, sometimes they go into careers and internships while they're studying. We have a slide on that. So we have the College of Law has wonderful ties to law firms and legal departments all across Arizona and beyond. So we've had folks work in the Attorney General's offices and private law firms and nonprofit organizations and court systems and many other placements as well. And then our students have gone on to great things. Of course, some have gone on to be lawyers, and we'll show you how to do that in a moment. But others have worked in compliance departments for large companies. They've worked for court services. They've been advocates and workers in tribal and other governmental systems. And we even have a new career that's tailored in some ways specifically for Bachelor of Arts in Law students, and that's legal paraprofessional. You, of course, could go on to become a lawyer to practice law, but now in Arizona, you could also practice law as a legal paraprofessional. And the Bachelor of Arts degree provides the educational prerequisites to become licensed as a legal paraprofessional, and you'd be able to practice law in 4 areas, certain limited areas of civil law, criminal law, administrative law, and family law. So very exciting area. Obviously, there are Supreme Court licensure requirements as well, but we could explain all those if you're interested. So these are just some of the numerous possibilities that our students have tapped into in studying the Bachelor of Arts in Law. Again, you could do that right here in Phoenix or Maricopa County generally, and we're going to talk specifically about Chandler in a moment. With that, we wanted to just sort of walk you through kind of the educational pathway that this journey that you've either started or I hope you will start. And Leah?
Thanks so much, Keith. So you've heard about the exciting career opportunities and the UA BA in Law degree. But right now you're sitting in a classroom in Maricopa, I hope, or joining us online. And I wanted to make sure to scaffold what the process might look like on your educational journey as you consider law study in Maricopa. We've been meeting with many students in the Maricopa Community College District, and we're so excited to get to interact with them. And the next few slides are built responsive to student inquiries about how one pursues law study. And so here before you in the first column, you'll see the associate's degree. That's your first 2 years of study. And there are a couple of different options if you're thinking about going on to the UABA in law. One is a direct and exclusive pathway to the UABA in law. There's no guesswork, no questions. There is a direct transfer of credits from the Associate in Arts, emphasis in law and policy, to our UABA in law. In fact, it was built by the Maricopa Community College District to do just that, serve as a building block towards our degree. But you don't need to obtain the emphasis in law and policy degree as your associate's degree. Rather, really any associate's degree can help build towards the UABA in law or any other undergraduate BA degree at the University of Arizona. And so one thing to keep in mind is that the Arizona General Education Curriculum, your AGEC, is important here, but just want you to understand that there are multiple pathways, and we are happy to provide a transfer analysis of your existing credits, or work with you and your advisor as you consider building towards the UABA in law. Keith, do you want to go over the middle column here?
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, the middle column is important. Studies show that outcomes with careers, fulfillment, et cetera, tend to get better after earning a bachelor's degree. And so the middle column, this light blue, shows sort of the two typical, one new and one typical pathway, namely the Bachelor of Arts in Law program. Again, you could get at U of A, very unique, very exciting. You get taught by law professors, and you get taught by social science professors, and the combination has been very effective. We've had students studying criminal law, immigration law, compliance and risk management, environmental law and policy, legal paraprofessional studies, as I mentioned a moment ago. And so it's been, like I said, really a serious legal education on the college level that you could get through the Bachelor of Arts in Law. There's also, you can get any bachelor's degree at the U of A, essentially. It's been a wonderful place, a wonderful institution. There's a lot of intellectual vibrancy with it. Some of the traditional majors that have fed into law school, if you want to be a lawyer or a judge someday, have been political science, history, philosophy. Those are all strong majors, and others. There's not one in particular that if you want to be a lawyer, you have to have, although there's certain ones that prepare you better, we think, to become, or at least prepare you in what you'll be actually doing. So that's something to consider, but do consider, getting, if you don't already have earning a bachelor's degree. And we have some really efficient ways for you to do it. Commendably, you or your students have already started on this sort of the pathway in community college, and to continue on to Bachelor's of Arts degree. We're here to make that very easy for you. Leah, do you want to talk about after someone earns their bachelor's degree?
Sure, thanks, Keith. So as we've been meeting with Maricopa Community College students, we've been hearing over and over again the desire to go to law school and to pursue graduate level law study. And so we've also heard a lot of questions about what that looks like and how to prepare and what the outcomes can be from each of these degrees. And so I wanted to unpack that a bit here. There are two main graduate level law degrees, although there are others, but here I want to focus on the Juris Doctor, the JD degree, which is 3 years of essentially full-time study. And it's what prepares you to be a lawyer or a judge, really anywhere in the United States. Of course, there are different jurisdictional requirements that you'll need to obtain in order to practice. But that 3-year JD degree is what enables you to practice law as a lawyer or a judge. And in order to apply for JD study, you do need an undergraduate, a BA degree. Okay, you do not need a master's degree. You need a BA degree. You can have one, that's great. And let me talk about a master's level study as well. So as an alternative to, or as another option, I should say, to the Juris Doctor, there is the Master of Legal Studies degree. And many law schools across the country offer an MLS, as we shorten it. The Master of Legal Studies degree is anywhere from a part-time to a full-time degree. And it is built in some ways around a working professional. And it's a really great degree to help prepare you for a broad spectrum of legal issues or interfacing with lawyers or judges, but it does not prepare you to sit for the bar exams that a JD would prepare you for. But there is one major asterisk to that now with our legal paraprofessional program here in the state of Arizona. Our Master of Legal Studies degree, and as Keith mentioned earlier, our BA in Law degree do prepare you to sit for the more limited scope license of the legal paraprofessional in Arizona. And we're always happy to unpack that for you a bit. And talk with you and counsel you on your interests. The two degrees that I mentioned here, the JD and the MLS, both have accelerated pathways as well. So you might be able to couple an undergraduate BA in law with our JD and truncate your study from 7 total years, 4 years for the BA and 3 years for the JD, down to 6 years, effectively removing a year of study and preparing for the job market earlier. And that's our 3+3 program. You may also decide to obtain a Master of Legal Studies on an accelerated timeframe, and that is coupling our BA in law and a couple of other degrees with our Master's of Legal Studies degree. If getting out into the job market is really important and critical to you, we can certainly counsel you with the right preparation and plan of study there. And with that, Keith, is there anything else you'd like to mention on this slide? I know it's a hefty one.
No, thanks. I think we could zoom in onto the associate's degree.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So Maricopa has this unique in the country. There's only AA emphasis in law and policy. It was created. The professors at the community colleges and the leadership at the Maricopa Community College District were wonderful in creating this. I think they saw how unique and popular the BA in law was in part, and realized, well, we can offer a similar, sort of the first 2 years of that curriculum essentially to our community college students. And so this just launched. As Leah said, this is a great approach if you want to start studying law and policy now. And it also just maps so nicely onto the Bachelor of Arts in Law program. So you could get your AA, this emphasis, and you could get your Bachelor of Arts in Law very efficiently. But that being said, there's a number of different AA opportunities and credit opportunities at the community colleges. So you wouldn't have to do that emphasis, or maybe you're already in another Associates of the Arts or associate's degree. You can continue down that pathway and come over to the Bachelor of Arts when you're ready. Leah?
Thank you so much. So I have been working really closely with our University of Arizona Near You Network leadership, of whom Deja is one of our team members based at UA Chandler, and she's going to go over some of the options right here in the Valley.
Thank you, Leah. So as Leah and Keith mentioned, you can take this program locally. So we do have a location in downtown Chandler where you can both access staff and faculty and potentially some localized opportunities. So this program has been structured and tailored for meeting the needs of the working professional. Our class options are typically offered in the late afternoon and evening in an online capacity. There is an opportunity for you to have in-person touch points. Both Leah and Keith are local, so you do have the opportunity to meet with them. There could potentially be opportunities for you to meet with and engage with guest speakers, as well as some other localized opportunities. And what the structure looks like, as I mentioned, classes are online, so it does offer the most flexibility for you. So lectures could be offered live online, meaning that you are meeting at a synchronized time, or an asynchronized schedule where you're watching a recording. Or you do also have the potential to meet in person to engage with faculty and your fellow classmates. So really there is the utmost flexibility with this program brought to you by the College of Law. And what that schedule of the courses looks like is there typically are 2 core courses and an elective offered in both fall and spring. And there are 7.5-week courses. So it's a little bit different than your traditional 15-week session that you may be experiencing at the community college. So it really just allows you to have the utmost flexibility, as I mentioned. And then I will talk to you a little bit more about some opportunities for you to finance this degree. So if you made it this far and you've decided the UA is for you, in particular, you would like to move on with us and study our Bachelor's of Law in Chandler, there are some transfer awards that we offer our students. So there's 3 opportunities available for you. These aren't stackable, so it would really apply to your unique situation and what you're transferring in from the community college with. But we have 3 awards. There's the Arizona Bridge Award, the Transfer Tuition Award, and the Phi Theta Kappa Award. So depending on your GPA, you're going to be eligible to receive these awards transferring in from the community college. So each of these awards is offered per academic year. So for example, the Phi Theta Kappa Award, if you have a 3.5 GPA, you would receive $5,000 each academic year. And these will be renewed. So that is also something for you to consider. And just depending on your background, we do have need-based opportunities for you with various other grants. And also, we always encourage students to apply for federal financial aid through the FAFSA. So just continuing on, just wanted to say thank you all for making it this far and listening to us talk more about these opportunities for you to transfer over to the University of Arizona. Again, my name is Deja Sanders, and if you have any questions about admissions or more questions about financial aid, you can feel free to contact me via email or my phone. And then we as well have contact information for the other 2 presenters.